Onstage, Johnston chill time. Onstage, Johnston chill time. Onstage, Johnston chill time. Onstage, Johnston chill time.
Tonight we welcome Maya Songbird to the stage of the Phoenix Theater. Maya was described by the Bay City Beacon as a sexually, spiritually charged, and sonically groundbreaking chanteuse. Her work is wonderful, and tonight we're excited to shine a light on who she is, why she creates, what she stands for, and more. Please welcome to the program, Maya Songbird.
Welcome.
Hello.
What does it mean to be sexually charged? Sexually, spiritually charged?
I don't know. When you said that, I was like, oh, I am? Okay.
I mean, I don't disagree. But I was curious what it meant. Well, thank you for coming. I know you had to come a ways. You came from Oakland or San Francisco?
Actually came from El Cerrito, Richmond.
El Cerrito, Richmond. Okay.
It was a nice drive. The sun felt good.
Yeah, it was out today.
If it had been raining, there would have been a rainbow. And I've read that you connect very strongly with the imagery of the rainbow.
Yes.
You've said that you identify as a gender of rainbows.
Yes.
And you've also said that your soul is a super rainbow attached to a black cloud.
Oh, I was having a day that day.
Why is the rainbow important to the soul of Maya Songbird?
Well, I've always loved rainbows. When I was a little girl, my room was decked out with Rainbow Bright. That was my thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I grew up in the Castro, city of rainbows right there. That's the rainbow in itself. And I just always love how the colors are coming together in unity, and it just shines so brightly. It's so beautiful. And when I say I'm a black cloud, I feel like I have a dark soul at times. So I'm attached to a rainbow. It's like I'm on the cusp of Scorpio Sagittarius. So like that Scorpio side is black, and then like the Sag side is a rainbow. So it's like, that's me.
What do you think the percentage? You think it's 50-50 dark rainbow?
Yeah, I think so. It's a nice half and half percentage.
Do you have to force the dark out sometimes, or do you think it just does the work naturally?
I embrace it. It's cool to have. I feel like it's great to have the dark side, you know, because I can easily shine the light on it when it gets a little too out of hand. But I have to kind of embrace it because it's a part of me, you know. Yeah. And it's a good 50-50. We're not doing no 60-40 or anything like that. No 70-30. It's 50-50, dark and rainbow.
Origin story. We're doing origin story right now. One other thing that I saw you said is that your soul has lived on other planets.
Yes.
Yeah, I read that. It said that my soul was originally from Uranus. Let's laugh at that because I grew up in the Castro.
No. We're with it. It's good.
On my way to Earth, I stopped at Venus. That's why on Earth, I'm such a loving being, because I had proper training of love on the planet Venus. So, yeah. That's what it said in my chart. I did a little research. I read it. Someone sent me to this website called groupovenus.com. Everybody should go there so that they can get their birth chart and find out about their soul's identity and their karmic cycles and all that great stuff. And I read, that's what it told me. It said that you lived on Uranus first, and then you came to Venus, and then you went to Earth. So there you have it. And
you've also said that this is why you're so weird here on Earth.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm still adapting every day on how to be a human. But it's weird, you know, like I feel like it's such a box that is placed on everybody, because our souls, they're free without a body, you know, but you get a mission and you come to Earth, you know, and then when you die, you know, they say there's either heaven or hell. Which one are you going to? You're not going in either. Your body's going to try to find a new mission. You know, sometimes you're able to like be in limbo and like jump on stars and do all kind of free stuff because your soul's not in the body anymore. That's just what I believe. My mom is like a diehard Christian. She'll be like, I can't believe you're saying any of this.
She's crying right now.
You're not raised this way.
So your belief is then that like we've all been on other planets.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We all experience things before our souls get here to Earth. We choose our parents. Also, I was watching something that really touched my soul. When we die, of course, I don't know if you know, you get to see your funeral and stuff like that. See, here I am getting dark. The dark's coming out. I can't hide it, you know. You know, you get to see your family's reaction, and you are like then taken on to other souls that you might have known before you came to Earth. Without a body, you're able to go to London for free. You know, you don't have to pay Spirit Airlines, the worst airline on the planet. So terrible. Somebody told me it's like giving them gas money to fly you somewhere. You know?
That's awful stuff. I've flown it once. And I will
It's
not again.
terrible.
Not good. It was sardines.
Horrible.
It was just not what I wanted.
Horrible.
But anyway, you believe this as well. You believe that you can kind of float around after you get back.
I have plans. Yeah.
Yes. Where you going to first? Where are you stopping by?
It's pretty mundane. I want to come back and skate. I missed great skateboards when I was a kid. I want to come back and skate, and I would like to have a swimming hole on the river that I grew up on next time.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And that'd suit me. And I've made a promise. If I get that, I will pay more attention to my piano lessons.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sound like me. I didn't pay attention to my piano lessons
See?
either.
I'm willing to make that trade.
I love it. Piano lessons were boring.
Yeah.
When you're a kid.
They were.
Do you have a plan
Do I have a plan?
for when you die?
I literally just tweeted this. One of my friends that crossed over, I'm like, I can't wait to meet them. When it's time for me to go, I'm like, come rescue me. Let's dip. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I'm going to go as of yet. I kind of just want to relax a little bit, like on a beach somewhere, you know. I do also want to go to some different planets. And it's crazy also because I'm like, humans, we've named all these other planets names that are probably not even their names. Like the people who live on quote unquote Jupiter is like, that's not the name of my planet, you know?
We didn't even check in with them.
You know, we just were like, we're going to name that planet right there Jupiter. That one Venus, that one's Mars. And I feel like they don't get a proper chance to speak up for themselves. And I also feel like we can't see what they're doing as they can't see what we're doing. So when they come to look at us, they see what we see when we look at things on Mars. We can't see their world because we are not meant to see their world, just like they can't see us. I also believe there's a parallel universe where there's Earth and then there's a twin Earth that's there rotating that we haven't discovered yet. But it's like literally everybody on that planet is actually the good version of what we are here, because this planet has gone to, can I say hell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I say some other curse words?
Yeah, you can elevate it if you want to say shit.
This planet has gone to shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gone really down. I'm very shocked at the actions of people and how we haven't evolved, you know, like we're in 2020 and we're sitting here and we don't have flying cars. We have reality TV, that's what we have. And it's gotten out of hand.
So when you were younger, you thought 2020 would be like, wow, this is the future.
Yeah,
and now here we are in the future.
Well,
Yeah.
we do have FaceTime.
Yeah.
That was something that they were talking about, remember?
Yeah,
How it would be
absolutely.
like you'd be able to video call someone. So that's here. So
Yeah.
we got to give them props. We have iPhones. What else do we have?
That's true. I
We
mean,
have increased rent.
we
condos
have
everywhere.
made it to the moon and stuff like that, but you're right.
Yeah.
There's nobody flying to Mars, and
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people will be able to hang out with Maya Songbird when they listen to this episode in a way that 50 years ago they wouldn't have been able to do.
True.
So that is kind of cool.
True. After I'm all like dead and gone, that's so sad. I know.
they'll
let's
still be
cry.
listening.
Does it make you sad though, because you'll be able to see them enjoy your music?
Well, just the process of having to leave my body. Like, I don't want to feel pain. So I'm kind of like just wanting to get old and die in bed or something like that, you know,
That's going to take a while.
or during amazing sex, like on a plane. I don't know. No, I don't want to like that. Well, no, not sex on a plane, you guys. Let's see. How do I want to die?
Yeah. What would be the most amazing venue for sex? If you were going to have to choose one, and that was going to be when you died.
Oh, gosh.
I like how you
Sex
lean back.
when you die.
You're like, I'm out of here. I'm not talking about this.
Well, you know about that one couple that was having sex and they fell out the window.
No, I don't know about that. Where was that at?
I missed that one too.
I think that was like in China or something like that. A couple of years back.
Yeah.
They were having great sex and they died because they fell out the window together. They broke the window and
Wow.
fell to their
Like
deaths.
maybe like sex in like space, like in a spaceship or something.
Ooh, that's hot.
Yeah.
You hear that, boys?
You don't have the exactly. You don't have the constrictions of gravity.
Yeah.
Um,
You don't have to come back to Earth
you don't
because you
have to
could
come
get
back to Earth.
lost in space with someone that you love. I would love that. That would be hot.
Yeah.
That would be hot. That's it. That's the moneymaker
I'm gonna
right
think
there.
a good thought for you that
yes,
happens. To
I
you.
hope. I hope that happens.
See,
you
and that
guys.
could happen.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, in your lifetime, that might be available. They're very close to putting us at least circling the globe and orbiting the planet. So
I love it.
yeah, you might be able to pull that
So
off.
I'm assuming like right at the point of orgasm you'd like to die,
I'd like to,
or maybe like right before.
Or right after.
if I have an orgasm in space, I think right there would just be death.
Yeah.
It'd be no more. Like
Yeah.
there's no coming. I would not be able to live anymore. Like how could I come back to Earth and walk down the street with all these normal people after I've had an orgasm in
Yeah.
space?
Yeah.
How do I top that?
Well, to be honest, y'all, I'd rather actually take that back. I don't want to die in space having orgasms.
Yeah.
I want to croak on stage
Yeah.
singing my song Regal Slut.
Regal slut.
I want to be
Perfect.
like 100 years old and singing Regal Slut. And then when I go hit the high note, just fall out and die.
That's the way to do it.
That's the
It
way
is.
to go.
You know, a good friend of mine died that way. He was actually playing on stage, doing a walk-on with his son's band. And he'd finished the song, and he looked over at his son, and he said, "My God, this is the greatest moment I've ever had."
Oh.
Yeah, what a way to go.
And then he died.
Yeah, and then he died.
Like right there on the stage.
Yes.
Had a heart
Yeah.
attack.
Had a heart attack. And
That's me, y'all. That's
gonna be
clearly me.
you someday.
Yeah.
That's gonna be me.
Yeah.
You said that in 2009 you stopped giving a fuck.
I did.
Seems like that was an important moment.
It was.
Yeah.
I had just got fired from my third job in 3 years. Like I literally would get jobs and then I would get fired. You know, just simple things.
This was corporate stuff, right?
Corporate, yes,
Yeah.
they were just like, you need to go and do something else with your life because this is not it for you. You know, because corporate sucks. But I did actually learn a lot of pointers in which I have directed towards my own independent career, because that's when I was just like, okay, I'm not going back to a job, everybody. And everybody was like, okay, how are you going to take care of yourself? And I was like, I don't know. I'm going to try music full time. And I just kind of went there and never looked back. And the song 13 Weeks is about getting that letter from the EDD office, like, you have 13 weeks before we cut you off. What are you going to do? It's
I'm
not
gonna
about a
sing.
pregnancy. Everybody always thinks it's about that I got pregnant. And I'm like, oh my God, I have 13 weeks before I can actually, you know, cut the pregnancy. No, it's not about that. But if that happens to you, go ahead and make your decisions, you know, if that helps.
It's fine. No judgment at this table. Was the pre-2009 Maya Songbird the one that still gave a fuck? Was she a lot different than this Maya Songbird?
You know, my levels of giving a fuck has progressed immensely over the years,
Yeah.
you know, like
J-curve, you know what I mean? Like you kind of didn't, and now you really don't.
I really don't.
Yes.
I'm at the next level. Well, some part of me, there's things that I do give a fuck about, you know. I give a fuck about like women liberation and like happiness and joy, you know, and doing what the hell you want to do in life. But I'm definitely a different person than I was in 2009. Because I was just basically transitioning from not doing what everybody else wanted me to do for real this time. Because I've always kind of been my own person, but now I took it to the next level. I was like, now I really don't give a fuck, because everybody's telling me, well, you can't become a full-time musician and not have a job. You have to at least have a part-time job. You know, you have to, you know, you're never going to make it as a musician. Like that's like a 1 in 100 chance, and you're not going to make it. So I had to kind of carve out my own way and make my own rules and really not give a fuck, you know? And yeah, every year it's a new year of level of not giving a fuck.
I feel like with you, and I don't know you that well, but that the more someone tells you can't do something, the more you're like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I can't do that?
Yeah, it's been my downfall, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it, you guys.
Well, you can't help it. I think it's a part of who you are, part of your soul.
Yeah, it's in my soul. But I tell you, it's been a very brutal decision to make, because like society is like, no, you can't be this, and then sometimes the universe spanks me too. The universe is like, now you know better, you know. So like
So you talked about things that you do give a fuck about. Liberation is one of them.
oh yeah.
How much of a role does activism play in the music that you make, and like the stuff that you believe in terms of a better world and the causes that you believe in? Does that kind of overlap at all with the stuff that you make?
Always, yeah. It's definitely gonna be something that I see and say, oh, I need to address this. You know, we're gonna turn this into a song because people need to know. Like, it's almost as if we're having class and school is in session, and I'm your teacher and you're listening. I got my chalkboard. People who are broke, they just want to dance. That's it. You know, people who are broke. I just literally tweeted. I was like, that's crazy, y'all. I was a different person when I wrote people who are broke, but I'm still broke. So maybe I'll write another song, talk about still being broke. And then we'll talk about how they're kicking all the artists out. We'll talk about how there's no justice in the ghost ship. We're going to talk about how Oakland's being gentrified intensely, you know? So yeah, music is definitely a platform for me to speak out. And then I have people that agree, and they're like, let's make sure this song is heard because I agree with her.
Cool.
You get your freedom, your liberation.
You've also said that making art is sharing joy for you.
No matter what, art and music more so has always been in my life. It's just no way of walking away from it, no matter what I was going through when I was a rebellious teenager and I was running away from home doing what I wanted to do, you know, partying. I was out there going to raves because that's what the thing was to do in the late 90s was to go to a rave, you know, especially in San Francisco. But
had a lot of good ones in this building around that time too.
You don't say. I should have took a bus to Petaluma, huh? Ain't that something?
Yeah,
I never ventured.
Everybody trickling out at like 7 a.m. when
7
everybody's
a.m.
coming to work across
Here,
the street.
huh?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Oh,
All
yeah.
right. I love it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where I should have been here.
Yeah.
They were off the hook. It was a great
Yeah.
time.
And you were here for the whole time, right?
Yeah, I was here for the
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You were up
nice.
till 7 a.m. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
but it
I was-
just-
Very
it
nice.
was-
No, that sounds like a party. Can we bring that back? Does it still happens?
No. Boy,
I'd like to
if
be
we
here.
ever tried that, I'd end up in jail.
Oh, yeah, because now they're really pushing
people are
it.
getting
Yeah,
kind of
Oh, prudes.
uptight.
Well, you
Yeah,
know, I said when they gentrified San Francisco, they literally put a curfew. It's like someone's mom moved into San Francisco and was like, "Time for your bedtime, San Francisco."
So you were a rave girl.
Yes,
You
very
were
much.
living that life.
Was in the Castro, was a Castro kid, used to hang out, came home when I wanted to because my mom used to work nights and then she had a boyfriend, so she would never really be home, and that was my time. And I lived in a prime location on 15th and Noe, like 2 blocks away from the Castro, 2 blocks away from church and market. You know, like everybody used to be at my house, you know, and it was just a party. And I would cut school to come home and watch Jerry Springer. That was the thing to do back in the day. You know, but I would go to music class. So I would always make sure that I would be at music class. And then also I was the person that always sung at the assemblies. You know, like I had my solo, my walk on stage moment. Everybody knew who I was. They'd be like, oh, there's Maya. She's going to be a famous singer one day. You know, I think in my yearbook, people were writing all about like, it's okay that you fall asleep in class. I just wish that I was able to do that like you. Like, how do you get away with that? And then someone was like, make sure you don't fall asleep while you're driving your tour bus. Literally in my yearbook. So yeah, music has always been a part of my life.
They
It's my soul.
didn't realize that you would have a driver at that point. You're not driving your own tour bus.
I probably am.
You think so?
She's a hands-on type of girl. She's a low-income celebrity. So yes, I don't get the luxury of having someone drive my tour bus. I'm going to drive my own tour bus.
Okay, so Castro is where you grew up.
Yes.
How do you think that shaped you?
It really shaped me
Yeah.
because I grew up in a place where everybody was liberated because they didn't have to hide who they were. You know, everybody was gay, and it was happiness. It was joy. I never forget being a kid, and Prince wore his butt cheeks out at the American Music Awards, and the very next day, everybody had their butt cheeks out in the Castro. It was a lot of butt cheeks out, a lot of leather chaps. I remember that a lot, and just being loved well by my neighbors. Like, I can still go home and people are still there and they're like, Maya, you know, it's been gentrified heavily. Like, it's so different now, but Leslie, the store guy, is still there. Guy, the flower guy, is still there. The Jolly family is still there, and I could just walk down my street and someone will see me and they'll be like, hey, I visit all the time when I go to San Francisco. If I'm not tired and I'm playing a gig and I have a little bit of time, I slide over to my house. And if you want to slide over, it's 2179 15th Street. You should knock on the door and tell them, give Maya her house back.
So you don't know who lives there anymore, or do you?
All I know is the person who has the house now, they painted it a very ugly color, and they should probably have not done that. Matter of fact, I should mail them a letter and say, you know what? I grew up here, and you guys painted this house very ugly.
If you want, I will mail them with a clip of you saying that if you want.
Let's do it.
Let's
I'm
do
down.
it. See what they say.
2179 15th Street. Go there, protest. Let's stage a protest. It's time for them to give me back my house. I've been wanting my house back I have dreams sometimes where I'm still living in the house because that house was such a part of my life because we moved there in 1989, January 1st, 1989. I'll never forget because the carpet was like grass.
Yeah,
it was
like
hideous.
the green hideous grass, like
Yes.
the long kind too,
Yes,
right?
it was long and just hideous and horrible, but it was my own room and And I had, my mom had like decorated with Rainbow Bright. I had Rainbow Bright curtains, Rainbow Bright pillows.
The rainbow.
everything.
Again, the rainbow.
Yes, Rainbow Bright was a very big part. That and my favorite movie from Avon, Barbie and the Rockers.
Cool.
A great movie. And she went into outer space in that movie.
Yeah.
And
Did she die having sex?
no, she did not
Okay.
die having sex. However, she was like, Barbie's going into outer space for peace and love. That's exactly how she sounded. I hope you guys like my imitation.
Mm-hmm.
And she got stuck in outer space, and she ended up in the 60s, from the 80s to the 60s.
Wow.
And she ended up actually then meeting a scientist who was able to flip it for her and get her back to the 80s. And then she had met his daughter, and she was like, she came to her concert in the 80s, and it was like, Barbie, it's me, and showed her the locket, and Barbie was like, I love you, and it was whack, but whatever.
Wow.
But I still have this movie, and literally to this day, we'll fight you over that movie if you try to take it out my house.
That was like the opposite of Austin Powers, I think.
Barbie and the Rockers.
How so? How
well,
so?
Austin came from the 60s to the 80s, didn't he? Or
Well, to the
90s?
90s, really.
was it
yeah.
90s?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
there you
90s.
go.
Yeah.
Wow.
When's the last time you watched that movie?
I want to say it's been about maybe 3 years. Oh, no.
Cool.
No, yeah, it has been, because I had a friend over, and she actually went to sleep during the movie, and I told her, I can't believe you're going to sleep during this very important movie.
Yeah, traitor.
You know, I fight my son over this movie too. He tried to take the movie.
What did he try to do with it?
He tried to put it in his room.
Okay, no, that's
Okay,
not going to
cool.
work.
No, it's not going to work.
It's
It
not
has
gonna
my
work.
name. My mom wrote my name on it
So,
when I was a little kid.
you know, I wanted to ask that in the not give a fuck quotient. What does having a teenager do to that?
Oh gosh, he ruins my part. He's the serious person.
Ah.
I'm the fun person, and he's actually very serious. He's all earth. He's sun, moon, rising, earth sign. He's a Virgo sun, for the people who care. Virgo sun, Capricorn moon, Taurus rising. So he's very grounded, very serious, and here I am, the total opposite.
Perfect.
You got a lot of eye rolls from him?
I get a lot of, can you not, Mom? You're embarrassing, Mom. Like yesterday, I was driving him to school, and I saw my homegirl in traffic. I was like, hey, girl. And she was rolling down her window. He was like, can you not, Mom? I'm late. I'm late to high school. Can you not? I was like, that's my friend. I want to say hey. I want to talk, you know.
How can I
You
not?
know.
Yeah.
He's a hater, you know.
He's a teenager.
Always?
Teenager.
Is he always? Like, is underneath it all, do you think that there's a non-hater?
No.
Or oh, really? You
I think he's literally born on this planet to just be a hater.
What does he think about the Maya Songbird project?
He literally says that I have not had a good album since the 80-90 project.
The 80-90 project.
Mhm.
How long ago was that
That
album?
was 2012.
Damn.
Yeah,
That is a hater.
that's
Well,
a hater.
Yeah, but did you connect with him? And gee, isn't that about the time that you got here?
Oh no, he's been here on the planet since 2004. He's
Oh, wow.
a real 50. I know it's hard to believe. People
Okay,
think
yeah.
it's crazy because people think that I am not his mom.
Because
Like-
you look pretty similar in age,
I look
imagine.
younger than him actually.
Really?
Cool.
He's really tall and he's taller than me, and I just have a youthful spirit. I just, you know,
And he's like an old man.
he's the old soul. He's definitely been here before.
Yeah.
He told me one time when he was a kid, talking about, I was sent here to protect you. Oh, go away, little kid. No, you didn't.
I think
can't
he
believe you
was,
said
though.
that. He probably was.
Yeah.
You know, he's from my planet.
There you go. Does he know that?
He doesn't want to admit it, but you know, because I'm weird, and he's all like, I'm normal. I'm a normal person. Okay, keep telling yourself that.
Do we have kind of a child parenting the parent dynamic?
I think so,
Yeah.
you know, but it's whatever. I'm fun mom. I like to have a good time.
Look, so
know?
I saw the article, the mom's article,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw you holding him, and you guys. It was a great picture of the two of you.
No.
But that's what he exudes. By the way, he is your protector,
Yeah.
and that's a beautiful. That's a blessing.
Yeah, he's a great kid. I couldn't ask for a better person to come from my planet and protect me.
One nice thing
No.
about him, I mean, I don't know him, but it seems like he probably makes it so you don't go too far off the deep end. Because you've got a
He'd like to.
responsibility. You've got a responsibility to make sure that he stays alive. I mean, now that he's a teenager, he can take care of himself.
True. It's not so much of me protecting. I worry a lot about him, and that's the craziest thing, because you never are thinking when you're with child and you get ready to have your child and you're having a baby. You never think that when this little kid grows up that you're going to be stressed out about one day someone saying something's wrong with your child, something happened. It's just the scariest thing ever. I worry so much about him, especially when I'm on the road and I'm not there, and I let him know my dates that I'm going to be gone and how he is not going to embarrass me when I'm out of town. I mean, at least embarrass me when I'm home. Don't embarrass me.
Sounds like you're the one doing the embarrassing.
You know, I mean, just being, because, you know, like, I'm hot, you know, so it's like, your mom's a MILF. You know, what do you expect? I have males, and that's right, guys. I'm single. Everyone, I'm single. Just want to let you know that
good
I'm
information
single.
If anybody's out there.
You hear that?
Come take a
Your
look.
son is going to call us and ask us to edit that out.
I make my threats that he's getting a stepdad soon. You know.
Does he get first right of refusal on that? Or?
I take into consideration at all times what my son feels, you know. So if my son doesn't like you, you ain't passing through, you know.
So people can go to mayasongbird.com. There's a contact form on there, and they can submit their application if they
you know
want
what?
to.
I should put that up there. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking of remodeling mayasongbird.com because I actually haven't touched it since last year because a lot happened towards the end of the decade to where, like, my sister passed away and that just kind of ate at me, and then, like, the ghost ship happened and just everything just fell apart, and I just was not feeling like posting, you know. And so I've been I said that I was going to post to recap the last decade, but I just have not felt like it.
So I would imagine, like, when you tell the East Bay Express that you are pussy powered, that's a line that your son would read and be like, Mom.
Oh no, he hates that.
Yeah,
I used to have on the wall in our house, I am woman, I am beautiful, and so is my vagina. Yeah. And he would take his friends into the room and say, read this, you guys. And he'd be like, they would, oh no, how could she say that? You know, little kids, little boys, they'd be like, how could she say that, Tyree? You know?
But there's a reason why, right?
Because
I mean, you try to be
true.
you try to be a voice for women to express themselves.
Yeah,
and you try to be a symbol, don't you? I mean, this is what I gather from your work.
Oh yes.
You believe that there are a lot of people who are kind of timid about who they are.
Of course.
And you try to live by example, right?
And I want for people to follow my example and be like, I too am this crazy, like Maya. I too
am
black
pussy
tact.
powered. Exactly.
I too am an empowered woman. That's important. That's so important.
100%. Why? Last question about your son. Why was he trying to take that movie, that Barbie movie?
Because he knows I loved it. Like, he took the Mean Girls. He took my Mean Girls movie. You know what I'm saying?
The movie holds up, by the way.
Yeah.
Great
Well,
movie.
you know, he grew up on, we didn't have cable TV. We had VHS. And so he grew up on watching VHS, you know, and a lot of people are like, in his age group, what is a VHS? He grew up on VHSs and DVDs, and let's not forget those lovely cassettes. Yeah. He grew up on cassettes because that's my era. So, of course, that's what I'm going to have in my house because my mom didn't have cable for me either because she was, like, heavy Christian. So I would just have to, like, kind of improvise and watch videos, you know. And yeah.
Another movie that was just integral to who you are was The Craft.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that in the movie theater.
Let's talk about how that movie changed you.
It made me.
That turned on a light bulb inside Maya Songbird.
Did you see me? Did you see me lighting up?
I'm seeing you light up.
It was amazing, to be honest. And at every summer party, we did light as a feather, stiff as a board. And actually, no one actually levitated. That sucks.
So if somebody hasn't seen the movie, they don't know why this movie is so important to you, but you discovered something about yourself. Like, you saw this movie and you're like, holy shit.
I'm a witch.
I'm a witch.
I am a witch. That is important, and that's the truth. I'm not only a witch, but I'm a natural witch, which means that I was born a witch. That's just who I've always had this magic inside. And it's crazy. When I was 14, I got in a lot of trouble because I went into the bathroom at church and I put on black lipstick and came outside and everybody said, oh. And the pastor had to sit down and talk to me and told me how evil it was to put on black lipstick. And the thing is this. It's so crazy because years and years later, I run into a girl that I went to church with, and she was like, remember when you put on black lipstick? And she was like, that was awesome, you know? So it was like...
Stuck with her.
I was inspiring, you know? Like, here I am, 14 years old, already stepping up and saying, I don't agree with what you're saying about this, you know? But I definitely knew I was a witch, and I told my mom, and she didn't like it, you know? But she's really a Christian, and I'm really not a Christian, you know? I don't believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I do believe in God, a witch who believes in God. But mostly my power is flames, fires, candles. You know, I make magic candles that everybody always messages me and tells me that after they did a ritual with my candle, they've had a crazy experience. And by the way, I bought you guys some candles.
Far out.
Love it.
Yes.
What's an example of a crazy experience that your candles have made?
Okay, well, I have a friend who messaged me, a fan who's a friend, and she told me that she had got a candle from Maya's Magic Shop. She had bought a green money candle, vagina candle, and she had just started stripping and she wasn't making any money. And I told her that if she did a ritual with this candle, she would make money. And so that's what she did. She did a ritual. She also bought some of my potions, my confidence potion, which has pheromones in it. Oh yeah, get you into a lot of trouble. You come over here. I'm the wild one here, you know, and so yeah, she told me that she did a ritual. She put that on, and she went to the strip club, and she met a man for the evening, and you know, and he cashed her out, and she made all this type of money. And she said, "Thank you so much. It worked. Your potion and your candle worked." And I always get messages like. I love to actually sit there and just hear stories of what happens after you do a ritual with my candle, because I've heard some crazy shit, y'all. Like, I'm like, damn, my candle did that? I said, damn, I'm sorry. I should have warned you. They were like, no, it's amazing. And it's like, it's addictive because it's like some crazy magic shit happens. So I feel pretty excited to be able to share my magic with, in my words, in my music, in my persona, who I am, and in my art, in my candles, and my potions, and my earrings, chokers, whatever I'm making, people feel me. So I'm definitely making my mark on this earth, and that's what I was born to do. And no matter how long I'm here for, I'm going to try to every day to make my mark and be felt, you know?
What is it to be a witch? It just means you have the power to create these things?
No, it's not just that. It's all in about how I live my life, you know? Every day from day to day, it's just like my rituals empower me. Like the things I do, if I have an issue or I need something to come through, I'm gonna sit down and do a ritual. So it's just a everyday type of thing. It's not just some hat you put on and now you're a witch. No, it's definitely a soul mission, and this is why you're planted here on earth. And that was for me to be a witch and to share good things through I'm a good witch, you know. There's some bad witches on this planet.
I've met them, I know.
And they're actually called bitches.
You have a magic shop.
I do.
You have a magic shop. Because you are a witch, you have started a shop. And this is an important thing. In fact, the magic shop changed your life.
It did. It did.
The first time I heard about you was my friend Remy from the band Vice Rain had bought a golden penis hypnotism pendulum at an event you were selling in 2016. Yeah. What does that do? What does a golden penis hypnotism pendulum do?
Well, when I came up with that, I was primarily thinking about giving the power back to women. And how can I give the power back to femmes? Of course, with the penis. You know what I'm saying? That rod right there has been known to everyone to be the power, you know?
She who controls the penis controls the world.
Hello. Yeah. So I figured a penis pendulum would be great. You know, you get your yes and your no and your maybes. I don't know if you do any pendulum work, but you basically write on a piece of paper, yes, no, maybe in the middle. And you let your pendulum do the talking for you. You ask a question and you let the pendulum answer the question. You have to really get used to your pendulum and get comfortable with it. But once you are able to control, I call these to be tools of divination. So like some tools of divination will be tarot cards. That's a tool of divination. Some people use crystals, pendulums, things like that are definitely set in stone to help you navigate as a witch. So yeah, that fun little tool has not out actually primarily. Right now I'm just doing candles, but I did have that pendulum, and I'm bringing it back now that everybody knows. I'm going to have to bring it back, patent it, and if you steal it from me, we're going to fight, you know?
Oh, it would be bad juju, I would think.
It would be bad juju. And yeah, it's definitely real. It's real. It works though, you know, and yeah.
How did the shop change your life?
Well, I was too poor, you guys. Cue the violins. I was really poor and I couldn't afford to, like, you know, I would be at shows and other artists would have lavish t-shirts and CDs, and here I am with homemade earrings and CDs that I burned and decked out with glitter, you know what I mean? Because I didn't have money to go and buy all that like lavish stuff, but I still had to be able to sell something, you know, for my brand. And so I started with that, and over the years, like I started adding more products, and the next thing you know, like my merch store became more popular than me. I feel like people look forward to my candles more than to me, you know. If they kind of did their own thing and started their own like entity. So now it's like Maya Songbird. Oh, she runs Maya's Magic Shop. But they don't know that was my merch store.
So do you have to go to one of your shows to find your magic shop?
You can come to a show and the magic shop will be there, but also I do vending events. So I'll pull up at vending events, and also starting March 26th, it's official, we are in the Oakland Secret store. So Oakland Secret, we're like a store within a store. So they're a store, but then we have a section and we're in the store, you know. I'm also down at Lulu's in Oakland, and I'm in other stores, but I haven't really been able to like re-up stores because I've been so busy, and it's just me, you know. I can only do so much. If I'm playing a show or I'm going on tour, I gotta have my merch, you know, and I haven't been able to like send out kits to people. But now that I've moved to a new studio space, shortly I will be able to send out. Yes.
What candles do you have right now? Like, what are the powers these candles give?
Ooh, dun, dun, dun. I bought you guys some tiny cubes, which is healing emotions and money. They're blue and green. The blue is for healing emotions, and the green, of course, is for that money. And then I bought you guys a penis candle, which is blue, and that's also for healing emotions. I bought you a vulva, which is red, and that's for like calling in a lover, getting some love, some action, some lust, some passion.
I'll take the penis one. You can have the vulva.
Okay, I'll take it.
I want to hear about the story that happens. I want you to call me. Let me know. Maya, let me tell you what happened when I lit that vulva.
Okay, beautiful. You got it. I will.
We'll bring you back. You can tell us about the whole night.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, that'll probably get me in trouble too. But
Oh, yeah.
No. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. You bet.
I love it.
Yeah.
Put on some Bootsy Collins and
There-
call it
ooh.
in. Yes, that's
All
going to
right,
be
that's
lovely.
smoking. That'll work.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Good.
I'm here for that.
So those, thank you so much. What a really beautiful thing.
Yeah.
What else do you have in the shop? Like, so those are some of the things. I mean, is there anything
Magic
else?
candles.
Yeah.
People know about that. I have potions. I have chokers. And we'll have like a annual choker fest, which is not a place where people come and choke each other. People tend to think that for some reason, I don't understand, Maya, why you're having choker fest. It's not. So people are like, you should change it to Choker Con so that people can understand it's the concept of chokers, you know?
Yeah.
So we sell chokers. I sell rings.
Do
I
these
sell,
chokers have magic powers? Or is it just style?
They're just cute and stylish.
Yeah.
But, you know, they might call in a lover. You'd be like all cute and stuff. And they like, I like how that choker's choking you right now. And next thing you know, voila, magic. Abracadabra on that.
So your mother did not like the witch stuff. and
She still doesn't.
Still doesn't like the witch stuff, and also doesn't like the music stuff.
She doesn't
So-
like my music.
So you guys are
no.
like really at odds on some major life things. Has she
Yeah.
come around on either of these things, or is she still feeling pretty critical of both?
Well, I play my music for her, and she's like, well, you know, I love you, and I love your voice, but I don't like your message.
So the message being like everything you've described so far tonight.
She doesn't like Regal Slut.
Yeah. Why doesn't she like Regal Slut? This
'Cause
is the
it's-
song you're gonna die to.
I know, I mean, I
Yeah.
want to die right when it's like, I'm telling the audience, what does the audience do? When I say, baby, I'm a Regal Slut, the audience says, slut, slut, slut. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun, you know, like, it's taking back the power of the word. It's such a derogatory word. Everybody's like insulting people with that word. And here I am saying, you know what? Call me that, because I'm a Regal Slut. I'm the best slut there is. I'm on top of my slutty game, you know, and she doesn't like it because she didn't raise me that way, you know, but
She doesn't like the idea of being a slut.
well, she doesn't like the fact that I'm saying,
That you're a slut.
yeah. And then my son said, well, Mom, you're not a slut. And I'm like, you don't know what I do when you're not around, Tyree.
You embrace it. Most people would not want people to know that they're a slut. You want people.
I'm
to
happy
know.
about it.
You're taking it
I'm
back.
very slutty.
Yeah.
I have a slutty mind. I mean, I wrote a song called Lust.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
people
a
are out
beautiful
here
tune.
and say it's not a love song. You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
is a song about lust, a song about forbidden fantasies. You know what I'm saying?
I do. And so like witches too, they get a bad rap, and you say that's okay. I want to take this term
Yeah.
back. You know, not all
Yeah.
witches are bad.
Yeah, no, I'm a good witch.
Yeah. It's just a theme throughout all your work. Is it's like all these things that society kind of looks at negatively. You're kind of like, maybe they're not bad. In
Yeah.
fact, I am these
Mhm.
things,
Yeah.
and they're quite good actually.
Well, yeah, society turns their nose up at a whole bunch of stuff.
Let's talk about that. You have that song "Marry Me,"
Yeah.
spelled Merry,
Yes.
and that's kind of about society and their sort of idea about what you should be doing in a relationship, right?
Yes.
Tell us about that song a little bit.
Well, I was inspired because, my grandma will always, she's super old fashioned. She's from a different era. She was like born in 1920 or something like that. And so she would always, like prepare me for marriage, and even on her deathbed, I was like, yeah, I go by Maya Songbird now, Grandma. She was like, somebody married you. I said, no, I married the stage, but she was very gung-ho about me getting married one day. And I just haven't been excited about it. Like, I just don't like the conventionalities of marriage and what the ideal of marriage is. It just doesn't seem fun. And even in the video, I kind of like emulated my grandma on how she would always just like be a housewife. She would clean, cook, all that stuff, and that's what marriage looks like to me. It's like being subservient to a man, and I just can't imagine myself ever being that. So it's me taking a stand and being the punk that I am and fighting back about these ideas on what marriage is supposed to be. Like, whoever marries me is going to have to probably be my butler.
100%.
He's out there.
He's out there one day, huh?
Yeah.
I'm
But-
definitely not subservient.
But so, like, you, when you're centered, like, you realize this about yourself. You know this. You know you don't want to live that life. But sometimes the thought creeps in and you feel like, maybe I do kind of want that. I've read that. I read that you said that. I read that you said sometimes it fucks with you.
Sometimes.
The idea of, like, the storybook romance or whatever.
It would be nice.
Yeah. See, exactly. You're doing it right
It
now.
would be very nice to have the comfort, but I'm not going to sit up here and kiss a man's ass. Like, I don't like marriage, and I don't want the ideal of, like, a husband who, like, cheats on you and, like, lies to you, and now you got a whole nother side chick is dealing with you because they want your husband. I'm just like, yo, tell me, and I'll pack him up, and you can have them, I just don't want the complications that come along with the conventional marriage ideas. I don't want those. Like, I have a pretty easygoing life. Like, my son is getting older, and, my relationship with his dad didn't work out. Thank heavens, because he was terrible, and I didn't like him, and, he still kind of look to this day. It was a control. The men I meet find it interesting to try to control me and try to make me settle down and try to clip my wings and put me in a cage. And I'm a free bird, and it's like, I don't want to date anybody who wants to clip. That's like really evil. Like, why can't you fly too? Where are your wings at? Let's go fly together. Let's go have
There you
fun.
go.
So,
Yeah, I mean, that a good relationship is you get to be more of who you are instead of less of who
exactly.
you are.
Yeah, because they're just like, the love I have for you so much is like, I'm inspired by the fact that you're a free spirit. It inspires me to be free too, but a lot of men are just very conventional, and I just had to tell them, a lot of them, no. I've had to break a lot of hearts. It's okay though, you'll be all right. I've said no to engagements. I've said no to relationships, and at this moment in time, no to friendships even, because even sometimes men want to be your friends to try to sneak in and saddle you up and turn you into a horse.
Do you think they're threatened by, the power of your soul, the power of your voice, the power, just like everything about you? Do you think that, like, there's something about them that is threatened by you?
I scare men.
Yeah.
I scare men. A liberated woman,
Yeah.
men are terrified of me. Oh, they show it all the time, and then they get all weird because I sell penis candles. They're like, oh, I'm a man and she has a penis candle. What is she trying to say? What is she doing? How dare she? I'm here to empower and give the power back to femmes. All femmes, inclusive of all femmes, and men hate me. I don't care.
Yeah, no, you can tell him, dude, man, you take a penis with you everywhere you go.
I mean, hello,
Yeah.
like, men hate Maya, but then they love me in the same portion, but it's just this idea that they've never met a woman so free as me, and it scares them. So they don't know how to treat me. So it's like, you have to understand that maybe I should be the first person to tell you how you should treat a woman like myself, because there's so many of us out there, and they kind of try to, put us in a box because we're the undesirable ones, the ones that can't get married off, like, no one's going to marry your daughter, sir.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That is how people frame it.
It's sad. It's pretty sad, but you know what? All in so, I will be happy to go out as a maiden. It's cool if I get to just be a liberated woman who goes to play parties and orgies without having to deal with judgment or issues from a partner. Then yes, I can go to a sex club in Germany and perform and
Have a
not
good
look
time.
and have a good time. I was actually in a relationship with somebody when I was in Europe, and they lived in Europe too. And he just got so jealous. He just couldn't deal with it. He was jealous of the fact that I love music. Like, to be in my life as a man, you're going to have to respect the fact that I'm going to do my career and raise my child over you any day, because this is what I know. This is what makes me happy, and this is what put food on the table, is me singing my songs. So it's like, I'm not going to like fall in love with you and forget music. That's stupid. Like, you're just going to have to get with the groove or keep it moving. You know?
Yeah, I love the idea of this new person coming in and trying to take away these things, take away your time from these things that have been there since you were born.
That's
know?
weird.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to? I mean, but then it's also like, if I did have a partner, they'd be sitting here right now like, I am so bored. I am so bored.
Well, this all reminds me of another song, Eyes That Roar.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that, because this is a song that kind of reflects on, maybe it's autobiographical, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you were the nice girl, or the character in the song was the nice girl for a long time, but then not anymore.
No more.
Yeah.
No more nice Maya, no.
Yeah.
It's more so just getting revenge. Some people took advantage of me over the years, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Like, it's like, you know, do you want to smile through the things that you've survived? Yeah, I want to smile, but I'm also looking at you like, I'm very upset that you thought that because of my kindness that you can take advantage of it, and I'm not going to sit back. Now I'm not going to fight you back. No, I'm going to stand up for myself, and I'm not going to, like, I'm going to be your worst nightmare. You have some nightmares about me, you know? But they think because I'm sweet, I'm very sweet. I hate that about me sometimes, because I'm always like, are you okay? The caring person, the loving person. I'm very maternal, all of that crap, I tell you. The Pisces rising gets me into a lot of trouble, because I actually nurture and I care, you know, and I want to make sure everybody's okay and be there for everyone. But at the end of the day, you can't. You just can't, because you find yourself drained. You find yourself needing to lick your own wounds, and you don't have nobody there for you to patch you up but yourself, you know. So Eyes That Roar was kind of like my revenge song for the person, and they know, I hope if they hear it, they know that song's about them, you know. Want them to know that my eyes are roaring. I'm tired of it. You're not going to take advantage of me anymore.
You play a song tonight called Disco Bill.
Yes.
That's another song influenced by a person. We don't name the name.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's kind of a sadder song.
He's a heartbreaker.
It's heartbreaker, and that's an experience you had.
Yes, I know it's hard to believe that such a liberated woman like me has gotten my heart broken, but it's true. You know, it's really sad. Love can be very hit or miss. I've learned to not put my all into situations, because you never know how it's going to turn out. So you got to always kind of, you know, stay on your toes so you don't get caught up with these hoes.
Maybe keep the back door open to sneak out.
You got to keep your options open at all times, because you don't want to experience heartbreak. I remember my first actual heartbreak. I cried for a year. I was 18 years old. Yeah.
A year.
Every
night you were
I
going
cried.
to bed.
No, it would just be like, I'd be out with my friends and we could be enjoying the day, and then the tears would come and they'd be like, oh gosh, she's crying over him again. You know, I was young. It was young love, gone astray. It was sad.
So Disco Bill, he's long gone now.
Oh, he's goodbye.
But he's one that actually kind of hit you kind of hard.
They all do in some type of way.
Yeah.
I do care. It's unfortunate. I care.
It's an interesting sort of polarity, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you are this liberated person who is loudly yourself and is really proud of who you are, and you kind of are like, I don't give a fuck about anything, but also you do really give a fuck.
I do care. I care, but I don't care. It's a polarity for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what makes your music real.
Oh, thank you. Right on.
It really is. You've got it. You got to go through that sometimes to write that.
It's good inspiration. Maybe I should go get my heart broken again so I can give you something else, huh? Haven't had my heart broken in a while. Maybe it's time to throw myself out on Tinder.
There's another song you mentioned to me that's not a part of Maya Songbird, but with another project. Body Bags, is it? Yeah, and you kind of laughed and you were like, this is a dark-ass song.
It's hella dark.
All right, well, tell us, how dark is it?
What's even darker is when we're performing it and the audience starts singing it with us. And I was just like, the first time we debuted it, the audience started singing it with us, and they were just swaying, and it was dark. And I was like, you guys are so dark-sided.
This is part of another project, then?
Telepathic Children.
Okay, and this is you and someone else?
This is me, Dorsey and Licks,
Okay.
Maya, Dorsey and Licks, and we are everything. We are gay rave. We are the band that your mom warned you about.
And more. And so you have the song, and what are the people singing in the crowd that's so dark?
They're singing body bag, oh, body bag, oh. It sounds so evil, huh?
Yeah.
I put him in a body bag. He never ever called me back, so he went missing.
Well,
That's why I didn't call you
you
back.
probably had a good reason
Yeah,
for it, though, right?
Yeah, you know, it's a metaphor. Like, I do sometimes after we do the song, because if the audience gets a little bit too dark and they're just really, really dark and they're singing the song Dark Side, and I'm like, okay, y'all, I don't want to see y'all on Channel 2 News talking about body bags and Maya Songbird told me to put him in a body bag and you actually went and did it. Like, I just want to let you know that that's a metaphor. He dissed you, so you put him in a body bag in your mind, and he's dead to you. You no longer see him anymore because he's dead to you. And he's actually alive somewhere, probably being a fuckboy somewhere else. But because you were strong enough to put him in the back of your mind and you kill him in your head,
That's what you got to do.
you got to kill him. You got to kill those fuckboys off,
You
you
gotta
know?
kill them off, and you always have to. People
You
think
always
they
have
can.
to,
They think
yeah.
they can have it both ways. Can't have it both ways.
No,
They've got to be dead.
they got to die.
They got to die.
They have got to
This
die.
is why the song is a good song, because I
It's
feel
really
like
good.
every relationship that ends, it's like they think, oh, well, we can still be friends.
No,
Not for a long time, my friend.
Mm-mm.
Maybe never again.
kill him.
Kill him.
Death.
You understand.
It's the only way.
Do people come to you ever for counseling or like tarot reading or anything like that?
I do
And
tarot card
guidance
readings.
sort of thing. 'Cause
I
you,
do.
You strike me as somebody who people would come to for that sort of thing.
Yeah, I do tarot card readings. My favorite deck is Mother Peace deck. Everybody who knows me knows that I care about that Mother Peace deck. And if I'm on the road, I got it. Hit me up. I do not charge. People usually give me money, but like my sister told me that if you have a gift, you shouldn't charge. If you have a psychic gift, you should share it with the world and not charge people for it. And that if anybody charges you for something that will give you insight about an issue, then they are scammers and they're not really gifted, because that's not how you're supposed to use your psychic gift.
Yeah.
But people got to make money. People got to pay that psychic. That psychic got to pay her light bill. It's unfair. Capitalism is real. Just imagine if capitalism was gone, then everybody can really live their best life how they want to live it. And they wouldn't have to go to a job that they hate, and they're just wasting their life away. You know, we only get 20,000 days on planet Earth, supposedly. So day number 6,500, and you realize I've been living all these days, and now I had to pay a light bill, and I'm pissed about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pissed. So
You should be.
very pissed.
Your newest album is called Darker.
Latest, yeah.
This album has some of the songs you talked about, Eyes That Roar, Marry Me. Is it a dark album?
It's pretty dark.
Yeah. It came kind of on the heels of some of those things you mentioned. When did that album come out?
This album came out in 2015.
Oh, okay. So this is actually a while ago, this album.
I released it as separate. It was Queen of Darkness and then Welcome to the Dark Side. And so I combined them together and called the project Darker.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was in a part of my life where I just wanted people to know that, yes, I'm a very kind person, but don't fuck with me, you know? It was basically taking back my power. The songs are kind of dark-sided, you know, with how the sunshine sounds sweet, but it's actually talking about the fact that people don't pay attention to the sunshine, and the sunshine, it has so much, like, cryptic warnings for us. Like, I don't know if you guys remember when the sunsets were, like, bloody red, and we're just like, yo, the sunsets are bloody red right now, y'all. And people don't care. They care about money. So it's very cryptic. It's talking about, like, you don't even have to care how the sun shines anymore, you know, because all you care about is freedom, which your freedom equates to having money in your pocket. That's freedom, you know. So it's very cryptic. The project is very intense. The Queen of Dark Side project side is more, you know, it's lightheartedness. Like Wicked Attraction is pretty good. It's about, like, you know, what it's like to date me, a girl who's a Scorpio Sagittarius. You know, it's like, I want to set you on fire, but I'm also crazy. So don't tell your homies how crazy I am, because I don't want to have to punch you, you know. It's kind of crazy.
It's good, though. It's your vibe.
Thank you. Yeah.
What's the next album you'll be putting out?
I will be putting out Cats from Venus finally. We recorded that project in 2015, Amur Island, and
This is amazing. We find you at a moment now where you're kind of re-emerging artistically.
yeah.
Seems like, I mean, you've been playing shows this whole time, but
Oh yeah.
it seems like now you're starting to put new things out into the world again.
Well, it takes time. You'd be surprised. Like, a musician will record an album in 2011
Yeah.
and won't put it out until 2021. You
Yeah.
know, a whole 10 years later.
And this is coming out this year.
Yes, Cats from Venus is finally coming out this year. I've been doing the You Should Be Dancing song for a while.
Which you play tonight.
You should be dancing. Everybody loves that song.
Cats from Venus.
Cats from Venus.
What is that all about? What does that mean?
It was random because we were at first called Myamra. There was Maya and Amra together.
Yeah.
And then Amra just kind of went on a interesting journey and was hard to catch up with, but we had the album completed, and so I said, okay, well, maybe we won't be doing this as a group collaboration. I should do this as a solo project, and you just produced it. And she was like, okay, because she's like doing yoga somewhere in like India right now. She just like dipped, she shaved her head, went on a spiritual journey. I'm like, hello, not when we're about to go promote this project. So I kind of had to like repackage the project and like kind of do it independently on my own, which sucks because we had a lot of fun together as Myamra. But then I changed our names to Cats from Venus, and we were going to go with that. And then I finally just went ahead and just was like, Maya Songbird is releasing a new album called Cats from Venus. And I thought the name was amazing because, you know, I spent time on Venus. And I also love cats. I love cats a lot. Sometimes I feel like cats are just everything, and it would be so much better if humans didn't exist, but cats did. And then cats will walk around in grocery stores, and it'll be humans' heads on ice. And kind of instead of how like the fish, you know, and the meat, it'd be humans, and cats are just walking around pushing carts and just living their best life. I love cats so much.
In a better world.
In a better world. Like, see? That cat.
You got a cat tattoo?
That's my cat.
Yeah.
It's a black cat,
Cool.
and she looks just like that. Her name is Uti. Yes.
How old is Uti?
She's like 7 now.
Yeah.
She's funny because she like lives with my mom also, because my mom has a very big backyard. And I was going to put a house in the backyard, but at the moment I just moved into my studio space because I needed space. I'm in a interesting creative space, and so I'm appreciating that. But in May I will start to build the house in her backyard, and I'll be with them. But right now she's in the backyard with my other cat, Drama, and that's his name, Drama.
Yeah.
Can you imagine answering to Drama? I'm like, Drama. He's like, meow.
I love it.
He's glad he doesn't know what it means.
He doesn't know what it means, y'all.
So,
Yeah.
gosh, so you have put a lot of art out into the world, and we've touched on a lot of it today, but there's a lot more stuff out there, and people can go to mayasongbird.com to see some of it.
That, and they can go to my YouTube channel. I haven't put a new video out yet since last year. My last video I put out was Chocolate Cherry, and that was December of 2018. I mostly play shows. I play a lot of shows, and I tour a lot, and then I have the project with Telepathic Children, which has been amazing, and it's just like growing, and we're getting ready to go on tour in April, and maybe you guys will have us here on the show. That would be nice.
We'd love that, yeah.
Dorsey's also from the Bay. She's from Palo Alto.
Yeah.
And Licks is from Florida, where they have alligators that go into your backyard and swim in your swimming pool.
They
It's
do.
true.
And every Florida person, they learn in school how to run from alligators. They have to run zigzag.
You got to learn. Is there anything we haven't hit on about you tonight?
No, I don't think so. We pretty much talked about everything that is Maya, the regal slut here.
Maya, the regal slut. We learned about how you're going to die. We learned
Singing
about
regal slut.
Singing regal slut.
I mean, that's going to be amazing. Or, you
That's
know,
the way
that
to
second
go.
option. But, I mean, what are the chances that I get to go into outer space? I mean, you know.
Ah,
But life is so unpredictable. You never
Magic is
know.
real.
And magic, you're right about that. That's the truth, you know. It'll be nice if NASA holler at your girl, you know.
No, it might be Elon Musk.
He's dating Grimes, huh?
That's very true, yeah.
They have a baby on the way?
They do have a baby on the way.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, then he's going to send Maya into space.
That'll be you hear that, Elon? I'm your
That's-
girl. Holler at me.
You have any closing thoughts for us here tonight, Tom Gaffney?
You know what? When you take off on Elon's plane, I think I want to be with you.
You want to come? huh?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? Are you
No, I would
Hey,
like to
shoot
be in
your
space.
shot at Maya
I want,
Songbird?
no. I want to take a shot at space with you.
Okay, let's go to space.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I am. I'm a free bird as you are. Actually.
Oh, no, that's right. Okay,
Yeah,
you hear that, y'all? Do you hear this? You hear this?
So, that's the deal.
I agree. You
Yeah.
you two are very free souls.
What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay, are you April or May?
April.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. Aries Taurus on
I
the
love it,
21st.
yeah. Okay, yeah, you're
So-
definitely on the cusp.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I'm on the cusp of Sagittarius, Scorpio. I'm November
Uh-huh.
26th.
I'm an Aries.
Oh, come through. I love
Yeah,
Aries, man.
March 30th.
Oh, nice. You're kind of on the cusp, too. You're like You probably got some Pisces energy. You're a March Aries.
Yeah, oh, boys, you got the Pisces energy.
You feel
Yeah.
that in me?
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, you're very giving and healing and concerned for others.
That's sweet.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
Especially when being an Aries, because Aries don't care about nobody but themselves.
Well, thank you so much for joining us
Yes.
tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
We love what you're putting out in the world.
Thank
The music that you played tonight is so beautiful.
Thank
I mean, we
you.
get to listen to it in this big room with a nice
Nice.
echo, and it's beautiful. I hope people really listen to all the 4 songs that we're about to
Nice.
play because it was wonderful. And thank you for making the trip to Petaluma
Thank you.
and for
yeah.
just being so generous with everything that you shared with us.
Nice. Thanks for having me, y'all.
Yeah.
And everybody go out and see Maya live and buy some merch.
Yeah. buy
See how the
some
magic works.
merch. Yes.
And in just a moment, the music of Maya Songbird is up next. Thanks again.
Amazing.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I am summoning the Cosmic Mother to enchant you, to mesmerize you, to dazzle and hypnotize you. I'm calling her from a few galaxies over. With this spell, may she become real. I believe in magic. 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 I believe in magic.
You wanna get down, get down, get down on a funky beat. Come on, sing along, come say it with me. You say, I believe in magic. You say, I believe in magic. I've got magic in my heart. I've got magic in my brain. I speak magic all the time. I am woman, I'm magic. I believe in magic. I can hear you, I believe in magic. Magical energy keeps you open, keeps you ready to receive. Magic's all around us, just waiting to be seen. Love is magic, sunshine is magic. What you say now? Magic's in the air. Come on, baby, come a little close to me. Come on, baby, come a little closer to me. Let me feel all of that beautiful magical energy in the air when you say, I believe in magic. I believe in magic. I believe in magic. I believe in magic. All right, let's dance. I see you on the wall. Tell me why aren't you dancing? If you move your feet to the left, move your feet to the right, you'll see just how to move. You should be dancing. You should be dancing. You should be dancing. You should be dancing. You should be dancing right now. Come on. You should be dancing. You should be dancing. You should be dancing. You should be dancing. Right now. Come on and groove. Show me all your dance moves. Tell me, can you bust the blues? The heat is on. Let's set it to the max. The heat is on. Well, let's set it to the max. I can feel the pressure. The jolt is there. Not feeling any sacrifice, just the need to share. I'm looking for my nearest escape. Got my mind set into place. I'm looking for my nearest escape. Got my mind set into place. The heat is on, but let's set it to the max. The heat is on, but let's set it to the max. I know I just wanna stay alive. I know I just wanna stay alive. I'm staying alive. I'm staying alive. Okay and alright. I'm still here and I'm just fine. Looking forward to destruction. The right to cause a stand is my last plan of action. The need of speed keeps me on the right path of destiny. The need of peace keeps me on the right path of ecstasy. The heat is on. Well, let's set it to the max. The heat is on. Well, let's set it to the max. I know I just wanna stay alive. I know I just wanna stay alive. I'm staying alive. I'm staying alive. I'm trying to live, that's what they say. I better stay alive, that's the human way. Got plenty of life to get to win this race. I'm trying to live, that's what they say. I better stay alive, that's the human way. Got plenty of life to get to win this race. I'm staying alive. I'm just staying alive. I'm staying alive. I'm just staying alive. I know I just wanna stay alive. I know I just wanna stay alive. I'm staying alive. I'm staying alive. Hey, Disco Bill, you said you'd meet me at the top of the moon. This isn't fair, you had me hanging around till noon. I said I'd leave, but my heart said I should stay. I should stay, I should stay, I should stay. Thinking that you'd come for me anyway. I think I heard you're looking for love like me and all the love possibilities. I wanna know if you wanna stay a while. Hey, Disco Bill, you should've told me this love's not real. Hey, Disco Bill, you should've told me just how you feel. Now Disco Bill is the ultra prince charming. He's got dancing feet with a sweet old smile to drive every girl that meets him and drive her wild. Got wet panties on the dance floor. Oh, Disco Billy, tell me why you had to do it to me. Oh, Disco Billy, tell me why you had to do this to me. Tell me why you had to do this to me. Bye bye, Disco Bill, the love we felt isn't real. but we made love on the dance floor. No, 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 you don't love me, never, never thinking of me. I can't stand to think you're not thinking of me, Disco Billy. I can't stand to think you're not thinking of me, Disco Billy. How you want something so bad, you know you just can't have it. How I wanted you so bad, Billy, and I can't have you. How you want something so bad, and you know that you can't have it. Thought I could be the main girl that's in your life. No, 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 you don't love me, never, never thinking of me. I can't stand to think that you're not thinking of me. Bye bye, Disco Billy. Bye bye, Disco Billy. Bye bye, Disco Billy. The love we felt, it just wasn't real. But we made love on the dance floor. We made love on the dance floor. To understand that you might not love me, to understand that you just don't care. You let me know I'm not appreciated. You let me know I'm just not your feel. Hey,